Well, I'm not sure if you guys paying attention to the conversation in chat, but apparently this speedy mage really wants lead. Don't know if he understands that it's just a BG and that I gave him assistance already. Eventually he calls me delusional and I kind of find offense to that. But anyway, in towards this BG, there's one really important thing you gotta do, and it's teamwork. I don't know if it's philosophy or my personal note on how to BG or PvP in general, but it depends on your setting. And obviously, we're fairly well distributed, no DKs, thank God. But our team is one healer. And going up against the Alliance, I'm sure they're going to have multiple healers, or they tend to. And I've already seen the video. This is not a live commentary, as you see. Just my cursor. If you can't pinpoint it, it's by the timer. What we want to do is definitely control middle. The big thing about this BG, the most points you get is flags, carried flags, and once you stack those carried flags, 1, 2, 3, or a maximum of 4 in this BG, you get the most points out of it. Hence, you get to finish the BG faster and get your win. See, there he is over here calling me delusional. But what you want to be doing is understand the things your class can do and provide for a BG. For example, I believe these rogues are assassination, and the Alliance rogues aren't really doing all too much. I missed my ability right there big time, but there's more than one reason why I like to use my cooldowns, and it's to force the other team to do certain things. Zoning is a big thing. Not going in a certain direction that you want them to, try and push them to an area that you're more comfortable in doing, like a 1v1, 2v1, etc. Here, obviously the team understands what I said in the beginning about controlling middle. You have my shaman healer. You got my shaman healer just rocking the healing meters, I'm sure, as we for some reason just destroy the Alliance healers. See, like flaggers here, I personally don't think you should be carrying the flag if you're a healer, because you take in more damage. Apparently they do not understand that. As you can see, it's better if the damage dealers hold the flags, because they just destroy people. Now what's going to happen in a little bit is I'm going to go up against this monk, and in the entire BG, apparently I do something to him to where he's just not happy, and he's completely focusing me instead of the objective, which is usually what you want to be doing. If you're a rogue, if you're a hunter, if you're a mage, you want to make sure you get those rage points, those nerd rage points towards your benefit. So you do force people to do certain things. See, now I don't understand, if the priest and the monk were already working on whoever was in front of me, why would the rogue open up on me? I play a rogue as well, and I would have in turn helped the other two finish that person off instead of starting up on a brand new target at full health. This part right here, the monk is going to come over in a second. It doesn't matter at this point what everyone else is doing. What I like to do is I have the two healers at this corner, so I could see right here that all my flag carries are pretty much safe, and we're stacking up points pretty fast. So it's just like, once you control middle, there's just really nothing anybody else can do. I mean, they have enough rogues. You know, communication is a big thing. And like I said in the beginning of the video, teamwork is huge in these BGs. And check this guy out. I'm gonna slow down a little bit, just for a reason here. The reason that I CC'd in polymorph the monk here is because they have a range CC, which they can use that range CC to in turn stop me casting. Okay. This doesn't really turn out too good for me, but I'm not worried. Because to my left, I've got the healers. Or at least one of them, the Disc Priest. Now in turn, I've been waiting for that monk's karma to come out. But it doesn't happen till then. After he CCs me, heals a little bit more. So you want to wait out that karma. If you're unfamiliar with dueling monks, this is probably the biggest thing you're gonna watch out for. You'll see why in a second. All that self-inflicted damage. Now I had the druid coming up. That's when I decided to, because I seen him like a boss he is, and he's been eyeing over that monk. Now this part here is basically a 3v2 with a buff warrior. We couldn't kill the Disc Priest. I mean, it's really hard. We should have dropped the Disc Priest right here. But unfortunately, the hunter gets out of the fear. I cannot maintain my sheeps on that DK. This moron of a mage apparently is still mad at me and decides not to help us. So he just decides not to basically play the objective at this point. And does not like to be a team player. Now here I could have maybe finished him off, but I had a feeling he had cooldowns. He didn't really drop anything on the warrior. He would have killed me. And I don't necessarily like to die. And dying, it's really a flexible subject. But in arenas, rated or BGs is completely different. Dying sometimes is necessary, but it's always going to have a negative effect. It's going to disable you to maintain that 10v10. If you die, those seconds, half a minute that you're waiting for your wrestler, you're kind of disabling the team from putting out X amount of DPS, Because that's the things you have to think about is how much DPS we have against the other team. Do they have the same amount of range? Do they have the same amount of melee? Do they have the same amount of healers? Is there going to be a tank involved? Because, BGs like this, tanks could be sometimes the key factor in winning. If you ever have a really good healer and a really good tank, a tank with a flag carry, and this BG is going to be doing an insane amount of damage. And if you're a good PvPer, tank spec, you're going to be able to do some damage. But as much as I thought, as long as WoW has been out for, whether you casually PvP or not at all, and it's your first time here, I think it's common sense. 5 minutes into a BG, what the objectives are, and ultimately what is required you to do as a good PvPer is to wreck or destroy, outplay the other team. And I'm actually doing this video while I'm sick. I've been sick for 2 weeks. The last couple weeks of December, I eventually got sick. So I might have that sexy voice, that Veronica voice. I don't know what I'm talking about. And see, here's one of those things that, I make myself sound smart by like, oh, zoning, you know, this is what you want to do. Not really. It's just situational. It's how it played out. You know, and I hated that talent for paladins. The more holy power you held, the faster you were, and it essentially didn't have a cooldown, or it doesn't have a prerequisite at all. Paladins back at level 100, if you haven't paid attention to the levels already, and the spells. This is warlords. We're playing warlords. It's just something, you know, a little side project that I decided to do. But man, these videos are gonna be, I think, eye-opening to some people. I hope there's gonna be hate, you know. There's gonna be disclaimers or non-disclaimers. And I'll stop the video at this point here, just to talk about one more thing. And it really, I think, was the right type of setup, alliance site to really do some damage. Because I think Shadow Priest at the time, other than our Destruction Warlock, which this guy was destroying in the middle, are more dismantling and are more capable to inflict a lot of damage to the other team. The massive spells, the dots, the amount of damage they punch out was, and it's kind of the same now in Legion, but was very, very dismantling. It really hurt people. Now that'll be it for today's mumbo jumbo. I'll see you next time.